important an issue is immigration to you?
Well, I can't get a job. They come to this country and they just get a job just like that.
So when you apply, what do they say to you?
Well, I've got a criminal record. Assault.
Assault?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Well, I've been out of prison now 3 years now.
And so you blame immigrants rather than your criminal record?
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Thatmumof5 and also known as TMU5 Candle Co. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So I'm sure all of you have been like, people in the UK, there's been protests going on, protests going on, protests going on, protests going on. Yes, there was a protest in the UK last Friday and over the weekend. In fact, I was at work yesterday and I was like, I spoke with my dad on Sunday, so I don't think he was aware. I don't think he got to know about the protest until later on. So I was at work yesterday and I saw his missed call and I was like, why is he calling me? So I tried calling him back when I received his call, but Nigeria network now. So I asked my sister to text him to ensure that it was all right, and she was like, oh, it was just wondering, was just checking to be sure that the protest was not on our area. So those of us in Scotland, we are checking in, we are safe in Scotland. Okay, so right, let's go down into this video. Okay, so over the weekend there was a riot stroke protest in the UK, precisely in England. Okay, so the violent protest, so there was a violent protest by some British people claiming that they want their country back, and they started targeting immigrants. So I've got my notes here. So it all started recently again, that the British people are saying that they want their country back, that they are not happy with the level of various crimes and high levels of migrants in Britain. You guys keep listening, we are getting somewhere. So the far-right protesters believed the government is not listening to their complaints and no action is being put in place about their complaints. So, and the far-right decided it was time for them to hit the streets and that their voices will be heard, that we've been on the streets, damaging stuff, all of that crap. So there was a protest in London twice months ago, somewhere in Middlesbrough and Liverpool and various other locations in England, regarding the same complaints that the British people have. Yeah, that they're taking our jobs, they're coming here. You all should know all of that story by now. However, during the protest in Middlesbrough, over 43 protesters were arrested, and in fact, it's total to almost 143. As the time I'm talking to you guys now, almost 143 people have been arrested. The protest took over. So the protest over the weekend saw far-right people going into Holiday Inn. So Holiday Inn is an hotel. They went into two branches of Holiday Inn, and this Holiday Inn is where asylum seekers are being housed. So that's where they are currently putting some asylum seekers who are waiting the Home Office decision about their cases. So they were, as you all know, asylum seekers are more or less like political migrants. They've left their country that is not safe and come to a country like the abroad, the UK, because it's one of the safest countries that they could stop at. So in case you hear about asylum seekers and stuff. So far-right riots swept over England on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, with the outbreaks of anti-immigrant violence in a handful of cities and towns in England, leaving the UK racing to control the disorder. So they termed out riot protests as the worst disorder in the UK in the past 10 years. So in the past 10 years, the UK has never seen anything like that, but that happened over Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, something they've not seen in the past 10 years. So like I was saying, this far right anti-immigrant people set fire to two holiday inns in Rotterdam and Tamworth. So this hotel is where asylum seekers who have left their country, just as I explained, so they left these people trapped in that hotel because they were burning stuff. And these people were terrified. The public were terrified. It was just chaotic. I was watching and I was like, oh my god. So they were throwing objects. They were even throwing stuff at police officers. Some of them were even attacking police officers. That was how brutal this protest was. So the first protest broke out late last month also after an anti-immigrant misinformation campaign stoked outrage over a stabbing attack that left 3 young children dead in Stockport. So there was a case of 3 young girls that were allegedly stabbed to death at Southport during the Taylor Swift. So Taylor Swift had a themed dance yoga workshop at a community center in Southport. So this incident is a very rare and shocking incident, that's left everybody shaken, and which meant that 3 young girls lost their lives. Okay, so the far right people, the anti-immigrant people, used that opportunity to spread false information that the person who attacked these girls was a Muslim immigrant. That was what the far right anti-migrant people claimed, so that they could all come into the street and cause all this wahala. So they claimed that the person, the 17-year-old who attacked these girls at the Taylor Swift community yoga workshop was a Muslim immigrant. So they did that in order to mobilize anti-Muslim and anti-immigrant protests. So obviously, as you all see, they were all over the street fighting, throwing stuff, burning things. And the shocking thing is that when the police realized what was happening, they felt it was right to release the identity of the person in the center of the stabbing of the 3 young girls. So when the identity was released, it was the police released and confirmed that the suspect is a British, born and bred in Britain. A British, am I calling it a word? British 17-year-old Axel Ruda Kubana, born and bred in Britain. Let's call it Britain. I am Nigerian. I'm not going to try and use any phonetics here. Born in Britain. And it's been reported that his parents are Rwandans and they are Christians. So you all heard how that protest happened. So the protest happened at a show, a themed community yoga as organized or as attended by Taylor Swift. So there will be young girls all attending at a community center. So that was where this 17-year-old went. He actually stabbed multiple people, injured lots of people. But so far, I think at that instant, 2 young girls passed away, and the other one later passed away in an hospital. So other people were, they were slashed and stuff like that. So obviously, one thing I want to point out is this. I think it's high time the British people need to understand that there is no country in the world that will survive on their own without migrants. I'm saying this, and it's the fact. So the UK government knows that. The UK government knows that they are struggling. Hospitals are understaffed. Schools are being, at some point they were meant to be like maybe 16 or 18 students in a class. Now you see 28, 32 students in a class. Why? They're understaffed. They don't have enough teacher to teach that particular subject. There are many more children in the classroom. That everywhere is understaffed. There are shortages of staff in the healthcare sector. All the sectors in the UK are short-staffed. Hence why the government thought it was right to open the border and introduce lots of various type of visas that will allow people to come in, most especially in the healthcare sector, to bring people in from the abroad. I don't think there's any NHS trust you will go in the United Kingdom that you will not see a black minority person, regardless of wherever in Africa they've come from. I don't think there's any workplace you will go to in the UK that you will not find 1 or 2 black people there. Because it's obviously clear this country cannot stand on its own without the immigrants that are coming in. So they are now trying to use the crime of a 17-year-old boy to now fall onto the streets. Yes, just like I said, that incident that happened, that took the life of those young girls, I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that incident. And the suspect has been apprehended in a country where there is law, and I'm happy that the suspect was apprehended and is going to feel the full wrath of justice. Ideally, they were not going to let people know about his identity, but then because of the gravity of the offense he committed and because of what is actually happening, because people were starting to say that he was a Muslim, he's a Muslim immigrant, the judge was like, oh yeah, he's underage, below 17. The judge said no, let his identity be revealed, so people will know that okay, this boy was born in the UK, he was born and bred in Britain, and his parents are Christians. So why are they targeting immigrants, most especially Muslim immigrants? Why are they targeting them? Why are they targeting them? And when you hear that again, there's this guy I listen to on TikTok. His name is Craig Arren. He's a nurse, and he was like, you know what? All these people now that came out onto the street to come and protest, they will injure themselves. They will either fall into a fight, they will stab each other, and then they will now bring themselves into A&E. And who are going to be the people who are going to be treating them? Nurses. And it might not just be any nurses, it could be any immigrant black nurse that will look after them.
But I am a nurse, and all my colleagues, when these idiots are brought into hospital, they will be treated with unconditional positive regard, with no judgment, and that will be a bitter pill for lots of us to swallow. And as a nurse, I work with asylum seekers, and let me tell you something, all the money you think that they are costing us, the taxpayer, is laughable if that's what people are protesting.
So that they are not really protesting, they are just looking to damage things. Put the fear in the community. If you look at every nooks and cranny of England, I would say any corner shop you see belongs to black immigrants. And these black immigrants, they have the right to live here. Some of them, they are great forefathers. They are generational people that have been born in this country. So they continue to raise families. I think it's high time that the British people start to understand that there will be no Britain without immigrants. There will be no Britain without immigrants. At the end of the day, these immigrants are coming. They are the ones working in care homes. They are the ones doing all these warehouse jobs. They are the ones doing all these dirty works that a born and bred migrant, a British person would not do. Immigration is the backbone of any country. And I think it's high time all of this starts to be put in consideration. At times you listen to some people, some British people, you listen to them how they talk and stand for, immigrant people. And then you listen to other people who are just keep on trashing. They just want immigrants to be sent back to their country of abroad. How long are we going to do this for? How long will they do that for? And this is a Britain that has a massive aging population. Have they forgotten that? Britain has the highest aging population. Their elder people are now living longer. Which means that there will be lots of, people, these age people that are living longer will need lots of health care support, at home support. And who are these care workers that are doing this job? Immigrants. Immigrants are coming in. In as much as what happened to those young girls is so sad. And like I said, we are in a country where laws abide, where you will get justice. The suspect has been arrested. He's going to face the full wrath of the law. So now that they've now named the suspect that the suspect is a Christian, do they now expect, are they now going to start facing Christians? Are they going to start facing Christians and say, oh, Christians, immigrants, now back to your country? There's no way. I'm just tired of hearing that word of go back to your country. Immigrants pay their taxes. I am one of those hard-working migrants who work and pay my taxes. We all deserve to live in a safe society, in a safe environment. And when it happens that safety has been compromised, allow the police to do their jobs. Allow the police to do their jobs, because now you are on the street protesting. What has your protest achieved in the UK? What has that riot achieved? What has it achieved? And I'm happy that all those 143 people, according to the report of the police are saying that figure is going to grow. Because those who were arrested, they've been mentioning other people who were out on the streets, doing all of those fighting and all of those shenanigans they kept doing. It was so sad, it was so sad to an extent that even my own family back home in Nigeria were they were checking on me to be sure that I was fine. And I was saying, we are all right in Scotland. We don't have any issue. We don't have that protest has got nothing to do with Scotland. There was nothing like that in Scotland. The British people need to do better. We need to do better. We need to do better. If at the end of the day, if our own country, if Nigeria was good, I wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't be in this country. If Nigeria was giving me the things I'm enjoying while I'm here, I would not be in this country. But it is what it is right now. British people are moving to Canada. British people are moving to Australia. British people are also moving just the way immigrants are coming into the UK. How many times have you heard Australians telling British people, go back to Britain? How many people have you heard Canadians say, British people, go back to Britain, we don't want you? So British people are free to, migrate wherever they want to go into. But other people from wherever country they're coming from cannot come into the UK. Come on, people. Come on. Come on. There's so many jobs that needs to be filled. They have not been filled. But there is the immigrants that are coming in that are filling these job roles. And then you hear people say, go back to your country. Go back to your country. They come in here and take all of our jobs. There's a video I'm going to drop here for you guys. They come into our country and take our jobs. They take our jobs. They take our jobs. They take our jobs. How many of those jobs have you done actually? How many? Looking at what did you? I was looking at the newspaper this morning. A few of them were like, they were saying they had lots of headlines on what people are saying in terms of the protests that people are just all over the place. So we've got the Telegraph that says far-right protesters attack hotel housing asylum seekers in violent weekend. And the Al Jazeera website says UK riots. Why are far-right groups attacking immigrants and Muslims? So it's not even Muslims alone, they're attacking migrants. CNN says violent far-right riots overran some UK cities this weekend. What happened and what comes next? No, there's so many, it's all on the news. We can do better. And I just want to implore those of us, immigrants, migrants, wherever you may find yourself, please try and keep safe, okay? Let me know, wherever you are in the UK, did this protest go to your end? Did it get to your end? Guys, please, let us keep safe, alright? Let us keep safe. And don't work late nights. I mean, crime happens at any time of the day, but then, guys, let us just keep safe. We all know what the society says about migrants. We all see what the society depicts of migrants. So let us keep safe. Let us keep safe. Anyway, guys, I think I've rambled too long in this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section in regards to the protest. Obviously, I do not condone the crime that was done against those young girls. And like I said, the suspect has been held and he will face the full course of justice. Let me know what you think about the protest. Do you think that it made sense that they are attacking people that are coming from other countries to come and help them in their own country? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. And like as I've come here, as always, I've not come here to hate on anybody. We just have to pass across our opinion and how we feel when people you expect are living in their community, living in their environment, they will welcome you with their open hands. Anyway, guys, this is the end of my video. Please feel free to like this video, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on the post notification so you don't miss any other post from me, and I'll catch up with you in my next video. And stay safe, alright? Bye everyone.